Today we're going to start with Chapter 6. So you may recall that I said that we're going to be doing Chapter 6 and Chapter 7 together, combined, just to help us save some time. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay. So Chapter 6 is dealing with money and dealing with things like calculating unit price and sale price and discounts and that. So it really shouldn't be too hard for you. You've done it before. So we're just going to do a quick review here. So today we're going to take a look at calculating unit price. Basically what unit price is, it's the amount of money charged for a unit of an item. Okay, so for example, it might be the cost per milliliter, or it might be the cost per dozen, or it might be the cost per gallon. Okay, so it's all different kinds of units that we could be using, and so that's what we have to pay attention to. So that's what we're going to take a look at right here. Is we're going to take a look at some of these ones. So I've got $120 for 25 liters. Well, typically it's not how many liters per dollar. We want to know how much it's going to cost per liter. So I want to know what the cost is per liter. So to get 1 liter, which basically means 1 liter, I'm going to be dividing both of these by 25. So the cost per 1 liter, so I will take $120, divide it by 25, so $4.80. So that is $4. Oops. $4.80 per liter. Okay. B. I don't want to know how many loaves I get for $1. I want to know what the cost for 1 loaf is going to be. So I want to know the cost per loaf of bread. So I'm going to divide both of these by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So that means I'm going to find out what the cost is per loaf. So I'll go $6.95 divided by 3. And again, I don't deal with hundredths of a cent, even tenths of a cent, so that's going to be $2.32. So $2.32. So I want to know what the cost is per cupcake. So this time I'm going to divide each by 12 to find out what the cost is per cupcake. So $4.99 divided by 12. Round to the nearest cent. So it's going to be 42 cents. And I'll get $2.99 for a dozen eggs. Okay, so I could make that my unit. So I could make it $2.99 per dozen. But if I want to know what the price is per egg, I'm going to have to divide that by 12. So I'll take the $2.99, divide it by 12. So that's going to be 25 cents per egg. Okay. So here's an example, right? So bananas are advertised as $1.99 per kilogram. Is this more or less than 59 cents a pound? So what I need to do is figure out what this is, or 1 kilogram is, in pounds. So I know that 1 kilogram, when I look at my book, is about 2.2 pounds. So I'm going to take $1.99 divided by 2.2. Whoops. So that is 90 cents per pound. So the answer would be more. All right, so that's an example right there. You got a little bit of conversions going on from kilogram to pounds, and you want to find out what your unit price is. So what I'd like you to do, please, is page 159, numbers 1 to 5. All right, good luck. Okay, welcome back. So now that you know how to calculate unit price, now we're going to use that to figure out what's going to give us our best deal. Okay, so for example, right now while I'm shopping around, I'm trying to find out what the best deal is in town for a yard of topsoil. And it's amazing the different prices that people have. So you have to do a lot of research sometimes when you want to find out what the best deal is. So, but when you're doing that, one thing you need to remember is make sure you convert everything to the same unit. So for example, I phoned one place and they would give me the price per yard for topsoil, but another place was giving me the price per meter cubed, so I had to do some conversions. So you got to do a little bit of work sometimes, but hey, that's the real world. So what we're going to do here is first we want to know which one of these two has the lower price. Is it the $38.25 for 3 yards, or is it the $60 for 8 yards? Well, right off the bat, I can tell you that that one's going to be the better deal, because if I doubled that, that's going to be more than 60 for 6 yards. So, but let's do the math anyways. So I want to know what the cost is for each of these per yard. So I'm going to divide the top one by 3. So I'm going to go $38.25, and I'm going to divide that by 3. So that's $12.75 per yard. Okay. Well, what about 60 yards? Well, I'm going to divide the 60, because again, I want to know what the cost is per yard. So this time I'm going to divide by 8. So I'll go 60 divided by 8 is $7.50. And I guessed correctly that the $60 for 8 yards is the better deal. All right. All right, let's look at another example here. We're going on a tour, and Deluxe Tours offers 90 minutes of sightseeing for $36, but Supreme Tours offers 4 hours for sightseeing for $84. So you have a choice. You could find out what the cost is going to be per minute, or you could find out what the cost is going to be per hour. Either or will work, especially in this case, because I know 90 minutes is 1.5. So I'm going to actually do both of them just so you can see. Okay, so let's do Deluxe Tours first. Let's find out what the cost is going to be per minute. So that means I want to divide both of these by 90. So I'm going to take my $36 and divide it by 90. Which is 40 cents per minute. Okay, but now let's do it for hour. So 90 minutes is an hour and a half. So to figure out what the cost is going to be per hour, I'm going to take 36 and divide it by 1.5. So that's going to be $24 per hour. Which makes sense. If I take 40 cents per minute, if I take 40 cents per minute and I times that by 60, I get my $24. Okay, so that works out perfectly. So that's Deluxe Tours. Let's take a look at Supreme. We'll do the same thing. Okay, so I want to take my $84, and we're going to do minutes first. So I'm going to divide that by 240 because it's 4 hours. There's 60 minutes per hour, so 60 times 4 is 240. So I'll take 84 divided by 240, just 35 cents per minute. So I can already see that Supreme has a better deal. But if I wanted to do it by extreme, or by the hour, sorry, so I'll take the 84, divide it by the 4 hours, and that's going to give me 84 divided by 4 should be 21. Yes, it is. $21 per hour. So unless they're specific about which particular topic or unit that you want, you can choose, especially if you're shopping around. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is try some of that out. It's really very easy. Make sure again that you're using the same units, right? So I'm using hours when I'm comparing, or I'm using minutes. So go to page 161 and do numbers 1 to 8. Okay.